everyone, welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another very easy and very delicious recipe video. I'm so excited to share this with you because this could be a staple in so many of your lives, okay? This is basically a really simple plant-based creamy pasta sauce recipe. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a pasta sauce. It could be any sort of creamy sauce. Anytime you need a nice creamy white sauce, this might be the recipe that you use, because guys, we are only using 4 ingredients for this sauce. I cannot believe how simple it is and how delicious the simplicity of this sauce is. It's so much healthier than a traditional kind of creamy sauce where you use dairy, because we all know dairy is scary, okay? So don't do the dairy, because this is gonna be just as delicious, so creamy. It won't leave you feeling like super heavy and lethargic. It's just so good. So I highly recommend you guys trying this out. And of course, you can always customize to your liking. So you can add different spices and different seasonings, add a little bit more of whatever ingredient that you want, and you can of course eat it in different ways as well. I always like to have a little bit of smoked tofu with my creamy pasta sauce, and I also like to add, you know, some mushrooms or maybe some other types of vegetables, but you can do whatever you want. I actually just ate this just as it is, just a nice creamy pasta with nothing else on it, and it was so good. Oh my god, guys, seriously, I can't wait for you guys to try this. If you guys are new to veganism, this is definitely something that's going to be a staple for you. Well, even if you're not new, whatever it is, okay? So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Let's get started. Alright, let's get started with this crazy recipe. The first ingredient we need is cashews. Yes, this is the vital ingredient that's going to make your sauce super creamy, and yes, it is fantastic and amazing. You'd be very shocked at how amazing cashews are. So in order to make our creamy sauce, we are going to need to soften the cashews. So to soften the cashews, you take some water, take some cashews into a pot, bring the mixture to a boil. When it comes to a boil, you want to turn it down, let it simmer for about 20 minutes until the cashews are softened. While that's doing that, you can prepare the pasta if you are going to make a pasta. Yes, prepare the pasta if you plan on eating pasta. And after about 20 minutes, your cashews should be softened, so you can drain that. And here are the other ingredients you will need. We need some nutritional yeast, some better than bouillon vegetable base or a vegetable stock. You'll also need some fresh garlic. Those are the only ingredients you will need. So we're gonna add those cashews into a nice blender. Now, you don't even really need a nice blender for this. I feel like even a crappy blender will do the job, just saying, okay? I'm also adding some minced garlic here. I already have some minced garlic available due to my beautiful hack. If you want to see my hack video, I'll link that down below. We're also adding some better than bouillon vegetable base. You can use vegetable stock cube. You can use vegetable stock powder. This is what I had, and this tasted really great. So we're also going to add some nutritional yeast. You can add as little or as much nutritional yeast as you'd like. And as always, guys, I will have the written recipe linked in the description box down below. That will take you to my blog post, which will have the written recipe with all of the ingredients, so don't worry. Now we're going to add some water, and that's going to help us blend this all out and make it into a delicious creamy sauce. And then of course, you're just going to blend it on high. And I like to blend it for a while just to make sure that it is nice and creamy and not gritty. I've actually used a cheap blender for this. I just remembered when I was in London, I had a pretty cheap blender, and I've made cashew-based creamy sauces before, and it works. So try it out. And here it is, guys. Look how beautifully, that is, that's from nuts, people. So now that's pretty much the end of how you make the actual sauce, but I'll show you how I prepared the pasta. It's really simple, guys. So I just added that pasta, that cooked pasta, back into the pan here, and then I added the sauce however much you'd like. The sauce is a bit thick, so I do like to add a bit of water in there to thin out the sauce once I'm mixing it in with the pasta. So you can do whatever you'd like. And once you add that sauce in with the water, it's gonna thin out at first, but it's gonna start bubbling and thicken once again. So look how delicious that looks. Oh my gosh, it's actually just, it's so good. My mouth is watering. And that's how you make a super simple Alfredo style pasta using only 4 ingredients for the sauce. Now remember, you can of course add in other ingredients. I like to add some smoked tofu, or you could add some beans, you could add some mushrooms, some onions, whatever you'd like. This is just a very simple pasta dish. And at this point, of course, you can give it a taste. Depending on how much you thinned it out, you may need to add a little bit more salt, maybe some pepper, whatever you'd like, my beautiful friends. Alright you guys, so that was the recipe. Doesn't that look so good? Yes, I know, it's delicious, okay? So I really hope you guys try it out. And if you do, make sure you tag me on Instagram because I do want to see your pictures and your creations. And I actually also have an Instagram community page where I like repost your photos, whatever you tag me in and things like that. So if you guys want to be featured on that page, you can follow Cheap Lazy Gang. Yes guys, we are the Cheap Lazy Gang, okay? So follow us on Instagram in the community page. Make sure you tag Cheap Lazy Gang or Cheap Lazy Vegan, and you might get reposted. Yay! There's so much food out there, and food is life. And if you guys are interested in more vegan recipes that are easy and simple and delicious, I do have 2 recipe ebooks that I will link down below, and you can check them out. My most recent one is an Asian recipes ebook. So if you guys like Asian food, I'm sure you will love my new ebook. Anyways, link is down below for that. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like. And of course, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!